Picture this. You are sitting in the stands at the Berlin Open. The energy is absolutely electric. The crowd is on their feet, and the atmosphere is unlike anything you have ever felt on a tennis court. For a few glorious days, this tournament had it all. But then, fast forward to the championship match. The cameras pan across the stadium, and what do we see? Row after row of completely empty seats. What on earth happened? How does a WTA final featuring top-tier talent end up looking like a ghost town? Well, grab your snacks and buckle up, because we need to talk about the massive controversy surrounding the Berlin Open final, the sudden disappearance of the fans, and the fiery debate that has completely taken over the tennis world. It all comes down to one name: Alex Eala. To really understand why this final became such a massive talking point, we have to rewind and look at the absolute Cinderella run that Alex Eala had in Berlin. This young star did not just show up to play, she showed up to conquer. From the very first round, she was a force of nature. She took down Donna Vekic, but that was just the warm-up. Then came the match that made the entire tennis world stop and pay attention. Eala stepped onto the court against world number 2, the formidable Elena Rybakina, and absolutely stunned her. It was a massive upset, a breakthrough performance that sent shockwaves through the draw. But Eala was not done yet. She kept that incredible momentum rolling, taking down world number 8 Elena Svitolina to punch her ticket to the semifinals. She was the undisputed darling of the tournament. The crowds were drawn to her fearless play, her incredible heart, and the sheer excitement she brought to every single match. She was the main attraction, the storyline everyone wanted to follow, and the fans were eating it up. But sports can be incredibly cruel, and every fairy tale has its moment of heartbreak. In the semifinals, Eala ran into a brick wall in the form of Linda Noskova. It was a tough battle, but the magic finally ran out. Eala fell to Noskova in straight sets, losing 6-2, 6-4. Just like that, the Cinderella run was over. The player who had single-handedly injected so much life and energy into the Berlin Open was packing her bags and heading home. And that is exactly when things started to get really weird. The stage was set for the championship match. We had Linda Noskova, who had just played some phenomenal tennis, stepping up to face the American powerhouse Jessica Pegula. On paper, this is a fantastic final. You have the in-form Noskova taking on one of the most consistent and dangerous players on the tour in Pegula. This should have been a packed house. This should have been a vibrant, loud, and passionate crowd celebrating the climax of a great tournament. But when the players walked out onto the court, the broadcast showed something that left everyone scratching their heads. The stands were largely empty. There were massive gaps in the seating, huge sections of blue chairs with nobody sitting in them. It was a stark, depressing contrast to the electric atmosphere we saw during Eala's matches. Naturally, the internet exploded. The tennis community immediately sparked a massive debate, and the finger was pointed in a very specific direction. The big question on everyone's mind was simple: did the fans only come to see Alex Eala? The argument goes that Eala's massive popularity, particularly her incredible draw in the Philippines and among neutral fans who just loved her underdog story, was the only thing keeping the seats full. The theory is that once her journey ended, the casual fans simply lost interest. They refused to buy tickets for the final because their favorite player was no longer in the draw. It raises an uncomfortable question for the WTA. Are we relying too heavily on individual breakout stars to carry the entire financial and atmospheric weight of a tournament? If a fan favorite gets knocked out in the semis, does the rest of the tournament just become an afterthought? But hold on a second, because it's not quite that simple. Defenders of the tournament are quick to point out that blaming the fans is a massive overreaction.